Looks like it's done.
Even though as the authorizer on rotation, I do have the ability to enter the network's world. I must ensure your mission support from the outside, control the overall situation, handle the current chaos in Hykros, and minimize the damage from the system outage.
What kind of world is it?
Your goal is to reach the foundational layer where you can edit system functions. But first, you'll arrive at a virtual Ida world that recreates the eve of the Cataclysm.
Wait, hold on. The world of Ida on the eve of the Cataclysm?
Yes, we're very fortunate. This virtual Ida world is one of the few functions of the network that's still operational. Because it has a data link to the foundational layer, it preserves the possibility for us to enter the layer through the system. You can think of this as a necessary path to the foundational layer. Let's call it the surface layer for now. You need to find the data singularity in the surface layer. I'll assist you in locating it. These data anomalies are like flaws or loopholes in the surface layer. By interacting with the terminal, you can open a passage to the foundational layer. The preparations for consciousness uploading are complete. You can enter the network's world whenever you're ready. Considering your background, I'll set your transmission target to the Astro region in Hesperia. I'll also attempt to deploy a system backdoor near you. Once you're in, your first objective is to find the system backdoor. The terminal will guide you to its location.
Got it.
We can set off as soon as you're ready. Before we do, feel free to ask me if you have any questions. As to why such a world would be activated, I actually haven't figured out a reason. For now, I can only assume it's due to a system anomaly. The face this world presents, or the people and events, are no different from the Ida of the past. To some extent, you can understand it as returning to the past Ida, decades ago. Since it's a virtual world, your actions inside won't have any impact on the present. The so-called time paradox in science fiction doesn't exist here, so you don't need to hold any reservations. However, it's a shame that most of the historical details before the Cataclysm were not preserved due to the disaster itself. Even here in Hykros, there are hardly any records. Otherwise, it could provide more intelligence for your mission within. More information about this era can only be slowly unearthed once you're in. We can set off as soon as you're ready. Before we do, feel free to ask me if you have any questions. Ah, that's right. You need a legitimate and convenient identity to help you move around in the network's world. I've extracted data from the Hesperia data sector, specifically from a researcher in Kylo, which is the 4th district of Hykros. Once you enter the network's world, you'll directly replace the objective existence of this researcher within it. We can set off as soon as you're ready. Before we do, feel free to ask me if you have any questions. Due to the current system anomaly, I can only let you enter the network system in the form of an intrusion. However, this carries a high risk of being detected by the system firewall. If the firewall detects you, it will treat you as a computer virus and attack.
Do we have a way to handle this?
This is why it's necessary to set up a system backdoor. It can help you bypass the firewall's surveillance and activate more terminal functions. However, this requires you to activate it within the network. You need to find the system backdoor as soon as possible. Activate the backdoor through the terminal, and avoid the firewall's detection.
Ah, I see.
We can set off as soon as you're ready. Before we do, feel free to ask me if...
Zeke, please take care of Shirley.
How I wish I could take your place. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I won't lose my way. During the time Shirley was away, I did a lot of thinking. You two siblings took me in when I lost my memory, giving me a path to move forward. Afterward, Shirley and I journeyed together. We traveled side by side, place after place. Before I knew it, Shirley had become an incredibly important person to me. All right. Time to go. Shirley?
Surely what? Surely it has something to do with Space Rift? Hey, wakey wakey! If you're done sleeping, hand over the Space Rift technology.
Space Rift technology? Who is this? I must be inside the Gesthos network.
Stop playing dumb and quit stalling. Whoever's inside, listen up! I'm Officer Rosalind of Asperia Public Security by the laws of the Federation. Surrender immediately and release the hostages. You're finally awake. I was about to call an ambulance. How are you feeling? Does your head hurt? Feeling any dizziness? Any other side effects? Maybe we should get a doctor to look at that bump on your head, just to be safe.
I'm okay, thanks. And you are?
Oh, I work for the Asperia Public Security. Officer Rosalind. I was investigating a criminal group called Wednesday. I noticed that a researcher from Kylo who arrived in Asperia yesterday, that's you, hadn't checked in with public security yet. After connecting the dots, I figured your disappearance might be connected to Wednesday, and tracked you down here. Sadly, we missed her again.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand. What does this have to do with me?
The person who kidnapped you? The girl with the mask? Her name is Ace. She's a core member of Wednesday. And also, she's a key target of our police force. Now that you're all right, let's get you out of here. I have to take you in for a statement, but don't worry, you're a victim. It's just standard procedure. I'm hoping for your cooperation.
Actually, before we go, I need to report into Hycros District 4. I haven't had a chance to touch base with them since I arrived in Asperia.
Got it. Do what you need to do.
Can you hear me, Bloody?
I've been waiting for quite a while, Authorizer. You're much later than scheduled. I thought you were discovered by the firewall.
The researcher from Kylo that I replaced is currently being held hostage by a criminal gang, so I got caught up in that mess. They demanded the Space Rift technology from me, but I couldn't give it to them, so that led to some complications.
What? Are you all right?
Luckily, a policewoman saved me, so now I'm out of danger.
That's a relief then. Without further ado, let's start activating the terminal system integration function.
Okay.
The Authorizer's system integration is the key to bypassing the firewall. The reason you're at risk of being attacked by the firewall is because, to the system, you're an abnormal foreign data. So the solution to this is quite simple. Simply make the system believe you are a part of it, and the integration system can meet our needs. It allows you to experience multiple identities in the surface layer, and record them as data features in the terminal.
Can I understand this as role-playing?
That's right. This allows you to experience the world from multiple dimensions. The closer your connection with this world, the lower the chance the firewall can detect you. And there's also the application library function of the terminal, which contains various apps. These apps can modify the data of the surface layer, helping you gain some special abilities. Like the Space Rift you mentioned earlier, you can actually use the portal application on the terminal to achieve a similar effect. However, the number of uses is limited, and it's very easy to be detected by firewalls. In essence, the more an application function violates the laws of the world, the greater the chance it will be detected by the firewall. The application library function of the terminal is being activated. It will be available for use once activation is complete. In addition, I've pinpointed the location of the data anomaly. It's on the 27th floor of the Aurora Experimental Center near the Tower of Fantasy, right in the heart of Asperia. This building is the experimental facility and headquarters of Asperia's top corporation, Aurora Industries. As the headquarters of Aurora Industries, it might not be easy to get in. You could look into it and see if your status as a High-Cross employee from District 4 could help you. And look who's here.
Mia!
I've uploaded the data into this little one. Now she can accompany you in the network's world. I believe that with the terminal's functions, she can help you even more.
That's wonderful. Thanks a lot, Bloody.
Skip the formalities. I just did what I was supposed to do.
Exit Authorizer. Mia is here to help.
Looks like you're still not used to this new title yet, huh, Mia?
I will do my best.
The application module of the terminal has been loaded. You can now try using the terminal's application function. By choosing different applications, you can gain different abilities. However, the terminal can only handle a limited number of applications at a time. If you need to switch applications, you'll have to head to a back door to do so. Not too bad. Looks like you've got the basics of how to use the terminal. Back doors are scattered throughout the place. All you need to do is find buildings with similar appearances, and you can enter these backdoor areas.
All right, I'll take my leave now. The policewoman who saved me has been waiting for me for quite some time.
All right, off you go. I wish you all the best in what's to come. I've got some tough nuts to crack at the Central Arc myself.
Huh?
プレイステーション